Hello, everyone. It's the interview queen, Alicia Atout here, and I am absolutely psyched to welcome you all to my interview with Chanel West Coast. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing, as good as I can be for being in the middle of a pandemic.
Right. Which seems like you're doing fairly well. I mean, we're definitely going to get into the new single very, very soon. But how are you kind of coping with being at home? You're so used to go, 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 and, the
Yeah.
opposite of what we've been stuck in.
Yeah. I looked at it as a time to like really focus on my creativity and my health and fitness. I am kind of one of those people, people were making jokes like about the people like learning to make banana bread during the pandemic. I'm kind of one of those people. I haven't learned to make banana bread, but I do know how to make great guacamole now. But yeah, I've just been using this time to like really stay busy. Like right when coronavirus happened and like we all got on lockdown, I immediately like that day started ordering my whole home studio on Amazon because I was
Oh
like,
my
I know I'm
gosh,
gonna be
yeah.
stuck at home. I cannot go for months without making music. And really, I should have had a home studio at my house years ago. Like, I don't know what I've been doing this whole time. So I've been really busy just like making music and staying creative like, during like all of my home time. And I've gotten into juicing, which has been great because it keeps your immunity up and also keeps you skinny. So, I've just been really using this time to try and like better myself, and especially because I know once we come out of this, I feel like once we're fully able to go back out again, it's going to be so much going on, and like
Tons.
it's going to be party party party, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to like prep myself for once we're allowed to go back out.
It's been cool though, because you've also been posting a lot of other things like workout videos to makeup tutorials. And for someone who wants to get to know you better outside from the music and the television shows, like that's a really fun way for you not only to express yourself, but also to show fans like, hey, this is what else I've been up to during these crazy times. So I've been enjoying those a ton.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of
I'm going to
course.
do more, like this week, I'm going to film a couple more workout videos and another makeup one or two. The makeup ones I might not do as much of just because I have such small eyelids. I feel like I feel like you can barely see the difference in all of my makeup. It's like when I close my eyes, you can see the eye makeup that it's different, but once I open my eye, you don't really see a lot of the eye makeup. So I'm like, I'm really not changing much with every one. I switch up the lip colors and the eyes, but I feel like you don't see like what I'm changing, so they're all kind of similar.
Aw. Well, I see the difference, and all you gotta do is pop it with like a different lip color here or there, and it's a totally different look, you know?
That's what I'm showing though. I'm showing that like even though I stick to a pretty basic makeup routine, that like just changing your eye makeup and your lips like is a massive change each time. So that's kind of what I'm showing.
No, it's awesome you've been able to keep yourself busy. And I did mention we were going to dive into the new single, so why not do that right now? No plans. This might be the most relatable song for the times that we're in right now. So when
Thank
did
you.
you're welcome. When did you realize that the track was genuinely a total mood for being stuck during quarantine?
Well, I basically realized it because I actually made the song before we got
Yeah.
stuck in quarantine, and I started seeing everybody was posting pictures, and they would put like in their caption, no plans, and people were putting hashtag no plans, and like it hit me. I was like, oh my God, I have a song called No Plans. This is perfect. And, even though like people started going back out a little bit, like once they like opened things up a little, for the most part everybody's still really like on a no plans vibe for summer 2020. So
Yep.
I felt like originally I wanted it to be like a summer song, but then it just became like the ultimate summer song when we all got stuck inside. So yeah, I felt like I was like, I have to hurry up and get this out. I want people to have a song that they can like bump, and it makes them feel good while they're like stuck at home.
Well, you've definitely achieved that mission for sure. Because even for me hearing it, there's so many little lines that you relate to, and it's so cheeky but flirty. Like there are a lot of different elements to it. So whether you're single or not, I feel like everyone can relate to it because all of us have no plans. Let's be honest.
Yep, yep. Thank you.
Well, there's a super cheeky line in the song that goes, "Hope you got them pictures I sent you. Don't you leak it." And I love how it goes from so flirty to serious. Like, boy, you better not send my shit out. So, was that your mindset in it? Almost like toying with the humor behind that?
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's supposed to be like a flirty, fun song. Like it's like the guy in the song I'm like thinking about. It's not like It's not anything super serious. It's kind of like me just hitting him up, being like, hey, what's up? Like, I got no plans. You got no plans. Like, let's kick it. Let's have a good time together and enjoy life. So that's really like the gist of it. And I feel like, you know, that's a perfect song for summer in general, because everybody, you know, summer is always the time when people want to flirt and not maybe get into a serious relationship and have a more like just a more friendly, chill vibe. And that's really what I was trying to get out in the song. But definitely, you know, when you're flirting, you don't want people to leak your pictures. You want to send them some cute, sexy, flirty shots maybe while you're, you know, just having that little flirty texting. But that's where it was like getting serious, to be like, okay, well, you know, just because I'm sending you these sexy pics doesn't mean you can show it to people.
Right. Just keep them for yourself, buddy.
Exactly. This is just for you and I. Like, I'm not a hoe or anything. I'm just, you know, sending you some cute flirty pics.
I know that you've actually been writing poetry since back in the second grade, simply for fun. So do you happen to remember any of the very first poems or lyrics that you wrote back then?
Okay, so I don't remember any poems, but I do remember one of the first songs I ever wrote when I was a little girl. And it's very ironic because I obviously, like, I got my start kind of through Fantasy Factory. And the very first song I ever wrote, I was like 8 years old, and I had this little CD that was like, it was basically like dance tracks that were just beats, you know, that didn't really have
Okay.
singing on it. I don't know where I got it. I think I got it from my dad or something, because my dad's a DJ. And you know, as a kid, I'm not really like, these are already songs that are out. It's just instrumental. So I just started writing my own little lyrics over one of the beats. Like, I don't know if in my head I thought it was going to be my song or something, but
Right.
I actually remember, and this is so funny that I was only 8 and wrote this. Like, I was very mature, I guess you could say, but I remember the lyrics were like, it was like, I don't even want to sing it. It's so embarrassing.
You have to now. We've come this far.
It was literally like the cheesiest little song. It was like something like, oh, baby, you and me. Oh, baby, can't you see that you're the one for me? And that's my fantasy.
That's so cute.
I literally wrote that when I was like 8, and I don't know how it stayed in my head and I still remember it, but that's like the first little song I ever wrote.
You might have a good little melody there if it's stuck in your head for that long. You never know if it'll make a little return in the middle 8 of a track.
You know what? That's so funny. Maybe I should just try to like put it to a beat now and see what happens.
That'd be so cute and nostalgic for you. Like, what a awesome little story.
Okay. Yeah, I actually love that you just suggested that. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll try that.
I'll keep an ear out for all the future releases and see.
Okay.
Now, obviously, other than the music, you are known for being on MTV's Ridiculousness. So I was curious, don't you wish that they only showed the baby videos and the dogs rather than all the gross stuff?
Girl, trust me, those are my favorite videos. Like, I get so much joy out of watching all of the cute baby videos, the cute
Adorable.
dogs, all that type of stuff. And like, it's like, I love it. I don't like the videos where people get really, really hurt. Sometimes you might hear me laugh at them, but I'm pretty sure they just edited my laugh because
Seriously?
I don't laugh at some of those ones, you know, like, and so I think sometimes if you hear me laugh at that, like, don't judge me, because I think they just like put my laugh there or something. But yeah, I don't like those clips. Like, there's been a couple clips that were actually like so like scary to watch that I was like, I don't think that person lived.
Right.
Like,
Here you watch them even from the couch and you're like, I don't know if they made it after that.
yeah, and like apparently everybody has, because they say we can't show a clip if somebody passed away. But
Okay.
there's been a couple that are questionable. Let's just say that.
Okay. A little behind the scenes there. Yeah, you never know. You really don't. But the fact that you were kind of told ahead of time that they're all right, at least with your laugh even being edited in, it's not so harsh.
Yeah. That's why they use my laugh. I think they're like, let's just soften this up a little bit, make it look funnier.
Well, now a lot of people know that you're a skater girl at heart, and one of the best parts of Ridiculousness is the atrocious fails. So what would you say is one of the worst wipeouts you had from skateboarding?
Oh my God, I can tell you the story really fast. So on Fantasy Factory one day, I finally decided to like, I got the courage up to let them pull me into the foam pit on a skateboard, which basically means pulled in by holding on to a rope that like that's attached to a motorcycle. So one of the guys like drives the motorcycle and then like, you know, goes out of the way and then you go up, right? So I finally got the courage to do it. And I don't know, I guess I froze up right in the process of like jumping in the foam pit, and I kind of missed and I hit my shin on like the edge of the skateboard ramp.
Oh
It was such a bad bump that it looked like I had two knees. I'm not even joking. It
That's
looked like I had a second knee underneath my knee. Like, it was so bad. And then the funniest part is that back then, it was when Justin Bieber, his Never Say Never movie had just come out, and me and Rob and Big, rest in peace, Big Black, we were gonna go to the premiere, and I had this one outfit I was gonna wear to the premiere, but I couldn't wear it anymore because my it was a dress, and I was like, I need pants now.
I need to cover my knee up.
Yeah, and so I ended up wearing these leggings, but you could still, because the leggings were tight, you could still kind of see that I had like two bumps, and like I could tell a couple people were looking at my leg like, does she have two knees? That was my worst fall ever.
That sounds absolutely brutal. I had a couple skateboard wipeouts growing up, and like I have a scar on my knee from one of them, but not that bad. That sounds really brutal.
I know, it was brutal.
Oh man. Well, something I did want to bring up with you is the fact that you're a super, super strong woman, and that's one of the things I really do have into it. You're welcome. That's one of the things I really do admire about you, and how you handle trolls as well, because you can be the best person at your craft and they'll still find a way to pick at you. And I know you actually used to get a lot of slack growing up from a lot of people, especially in high school, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to be a rapper, and they would just laugh it off. So yeah. I was curious, did you happen to find that a lot of those people who made fun of you back then are now kind of coming back after seeing all of the success that you've had?
Great question. Thank you for asking me this. I've had, let's just say, like, I've had a little resistance since I started doing music. I think it's mainly because I chose to do hip hop and rap, and everybody's like, seriously, like, you're a little white girl. And I noticed, some friends who didn't ever support me at all, like now they do. But I wouldn't say, I don't like to think, I like to like give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to say like, oh, they're just like fake or something. Like, I think genuinely maybe they didn't know like I was like as talented or something back then, and maybe like they have genuinely grown to like my music now. And I think I've grown as an artist too. So it is kind of funny to see like people all of a sudden come around, but I also like to like believe in my heart, like, oh, like, maybe I've gotten better as an artist, and maybe that's why now they're like finally, coming around and showing support. But it's been funny though. I've actually had a couple trolls too, who they were a hater who left a negative comment, and then I like clapped back, said something to them that put them in check, and they literally became a fan. I have a couple people like that. Like, they became mega fans, and now they'll like repost me all the time and like DM me, and they went from talking shit to being a fan. So every now and then, you got to check somebody, and that's how I deal with the trolls. I try to ignore it for the most part, but every now and then I check them, and I do it in a way that's like kind of like a killing them with kindness type of way, and usually I convert them to being a fan. So
that's amazing that you not only kind of get to dish out your side of things, but you bring them to the good side,
That's like the goal. I'm like, hey, if I gotta do this one hater at a time, I will get all of you to come over to be my fan.
Hey, if it seems to be working for you, why not keep at it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to hang out today. It was so awesome having you on.
Thank you for having me on too, which, by the way, I love the Good Vibes poster that you have behind you. I posted a little picture of that on, I think, on my clothing line Instagram a while ago.
You got to kind of keep the atmosphere going, being stuck here all day.
Yeah, exactly. You got to remind yourself, keep the good vibes.
Right. Everything's going to be fine. Well, everyone, this has been the awesome Chanel West Coast. I am the interview queen, Alicia Atout. Be sure to check out No Plans and aliciaatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features. And we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, girl. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.